Yo, somebody call my mama, because what's up guys, Delzinski here, and if you haven't guessed it already, what I want to talk about today on the Lowdown is Brodus Clay and his potential heel turn, which is coming to fruition right now in the WWE universe. And for me personally, I'm really enjoying how this storyline is playing out at the moment, because I think it's giving Brodus Clay a little bit of credibility, and it's right about time that that happened. I've been reading up on the scenario, and it sounds like Vince McMahon has got tired of the Funkasaurus gimmick as of late, and I think absolutely right. It has got pretty damn boring. The laugh factor has worn off, and pairing him up with Tensai hasn't really done that much for his career either. So, yeah, let's freshen things up. And the way they're doing it at the moment with Brodus Clay taking offense to Xavier Woods, this works nicely. I like it. Each week, Brodus Clay sort of snapping, being kind of pissed off that people are trying to steal his limelight. I'm really enjoying this. And if you cast your minds back to the way Brodus Clay used to be before he became the Funkasaurus, well, let's face it, he was a badass. And he was good at being a badass. He was able to squash people before he became the Funkasaurus. And if I was going to continue this storyline, I wouldn't get rid of the Somebody Call My Mama theme music. I wouldn't get rid of all the funky lights. I wouldn't get rid of Brodus Clay's persona of being not so much the Funkasaurus, but being that sort of arrogant character that he had when he first came in. I'd keep the arrogance, but I'd add that badass attitude to him as well. So, he's not going to take any crap from anybody anymore. And he's got a tendency to snap, lose his temper, and, squash the likes of an Xavier Wood. Yeah, if they can do that, that would work perfectly for me. They don't have to go full steam and change the gimmick and start making him into something completely different, or even going backwards and making him into the heel that he used to be. There's no need to do that. But there is talk at the moment within the WWE that they are going to go back to his monster gimmick. Well, what's the point? It didn't work before, and Vince wasn't happy with it back then. So why would you go backwards and do that again? I actually thought Brodus Clay worked out pretty well as a monster back in the day, but if you're going to go backwards, there's no point. So take the gimmick that he's currently got, keep working on it, but just turn it heel. And I think it works because it gives another dimension to Brodus Clay. It's not just another heel, a badass heel that squashes people left, right, and centre. It's not another big guy. This is a little bit different. This is a guy that's got a bit of attitude, a bit of cockiness. So it works absolutely fine as it is. And I'm really enjoying the way it's being portrayed at the moment. The tension that's building up between Tensai and Brodus Clay is good. I eventually see, obviously, Brodus Clay flipping off Tensai, and that will be the end of their relationship. And then, hopefully, Brodus Clay can be positioned in the mid-card section somewhere and develop a feud with somebody down the line. Maybe a Kofi Kingston or something like that. But all in all, I'm quite excited because I've never hated Brodus Clay. I've never had any issues with Brodus Clay. I really actually enjoy him as a character. And I think he can do a fantastic job if given the opportunity. It just feels like he's always had the raw end of the deal. Even with the Funkasaurus, it was a bit of a like, wow, where did this come from? Because he'd been billed for a long time as a monster and as a guy that could tear through the WWE roster. And then all of a sudden, whoa, somebody call my mama. Here comes the Funkadactyls and the Funkasaurus. What the fuck? So, as I say, don't completely do away with the gimmick. You can play this nicely. You can keep him heel and keep the funky sort of character. Ditch the Funkasaurus name, that sucks. But bar that, obviously, the way to do it for me personally is obviously he keeps hitting on these NXT guys that are coming up through the ranks. He ditches Tensai, A-Train, whatever you want to call him, Prince Albert, don't want to mention that. And then obviously he absolutely pees off Cameron and Naomi, which would be the ultimate flipping off and obviously recognising that he's a heel. So, guys, what do you think? Are you enjoying the way that Brodus Clay is being taken through this transitional period in becoming a heel? I am. I think it's fantastic, and I've always swayed a little bit towards Brodus Clay. I do like him as a character. Let me know via the comments box below, where do you think this is going? Do you think that Brodus Clay should stay with his funky gimmick with a bit of a twist, or do you think that he should just go back to being the out-and-out monster and a real badass? Let me know via the comments box below. As per usual, please rate, comment and subscribe. This is Delzinski, signing out.